as someone who doesn't want to have kids, I don't want to automatically jump on people who do and be like, why would you do that? That's stupid. Look at how fucked up your life is or whatever. I don't want to be that person, but I do want to be the person that says, hey, this is an opportunity for you to prepare to bring a whole human into the world and raise them properly with the love and the secure attachment that they need. You should be really taking therapy seriously now. I'd rather keep it real with ya. Hey everybody, it's me, Minu, back with another video. I've talked about this with one of the friendship videos, but I haven't talked much about like squishes and stuff. I did have a squish on this person where I just kind of felt like, and for those of you who don't know, a squish is like a platonic crush where you just really want to, like a friend crush, you just really want somebody to be like your friend and all of that. There's nothing romantic or sexual about it. And I was just like, man, this person seems awesome. I love to be their friend. I love to hang out with them. I like their vibes. You just really see this person. You just like, man, I just really wish we could hang out, and they're kind of extroverted, so they're like, yeah, I want to just spontaneously go over people's houses and hang out. And I'm just like, you can't spontaneously pull up at my house. I won't open the door. I'll pretend I'm not here. But we got into it. Well, not into it, but like I upset her, and I've said this in the comments of like my of some of the posts that I've made, but I haven't said it in a video. And so basically, she's wanted to have a child and get pregnant and all of that, but she got a lot of issues in her life. One of them is mental health. Me and her, we both have the same like mental illnesses, and we both have like the anxiety and the stress and all of that. But on top of that, she got other stuff going on in her personal life that just isn't conducive to bringing a child into the world. And I'm not like a anti-natalist or natalist, whatever the fuck you call it. I'm not against people getting pregnant. But I am against people intentionally getting pregnant when they know that they're not in a right situation to have a child. That's what I'm against. And I know you can't stop people from getting pregnant, but everyone has told her. So, and I was nice about it, but everyone has told her, like, this is not the time for you to have a child. It's too many things you got to work on. You got to go to more therapy. You got to, get your personal life in order. You got to make sure you know how to have boundaries with the toxic people in your life. People tell her that. And she would tell me like, yeah, all these people telling me I shouldn't do it. But I just really want to have a child. And the reason that she gave me for wanting to have a child basically just sounded like she wanted to heal the stuff that her own mother did to her as a child. And I was like, that don't sound like you want to have a child. That sounds like you want to heal from trauma and reparent your inner child. Because again, remember people, if you have a child, it is not guaranteed that that child is going to be exactly like you. If anything, you have a higher chance of that child being exact opposite of you. And you're going to be frustrated because y'all not going to be speaking the same language. And that was one of the things that she said was the issue with her mom. It's like we don't speak the same language. And I'm like, the chances of that happening to you as a mother as well is very, very high. And I just want you to know that if you are not doing therapy and healing from your traumas and having good boundaries and all of that stuff, and you have a child and you look at this newborn baby like, hey, fix my traumas, fix my attachment injuries, fix the issues that I have with my mother, it's not gonna fucking work. That baby gonna be looking at you like goo goo gaga. They don't know what the fuck you talking about. Then you gonna be disappointed. And you're going to be frustrated with the child because you're losing sleep, which is bad for your mental health. You're losing sleep to feed the kid, and then they're crying all the fucking time and you don't know what they want. And so then you're getting frustrated and you're getting angry. Now you hate your kid. Now you resent your kid, or you can't bond with your kid properly. Like, it's so many ways that this can go wrong. And I didn't go into all of this detail with her because anytime I talk to a parent about things that they should do to be a better parent, they get very, very defensive. Even if they ain't had the kid yet, they get very, very defensive and angry at the accusation that they're a bad parent because they probably have some insecurities that they're a bad parent anyway. And it's not that I want to tell people just you're a bad parent. I tell people you should go to therapy and heal from your wounds, because the child you are about to bring into this world, they didn't choose to come here. You choosing to bring them into this world. They can't fix it for you. They can't. They're not a licensed marriage and family therapist. They're not a trauma therapist. They can't fix your issues. You have to fix your issues. And that's what frustrates me so much when people tell me that they want to have kids, because people always give me the dumbest reasons for wanting to have kids. I've literally had somebody say to me, I need more patience, so I think I should have another child. And I was like, the fuck do you mean? How does having another child give you patience? And they were like, well, you know, they teach you patience because you have to have patience in order to deal with the child. And I was like, but you can cultivate patience and practice patience without having a child, though, because the reason that children teach you patience is because they test your patience. And you're forced to overcome that in order to be a good parent. Now, keep in mind, a lot of parents don't overcome it. And they're just pissed off that the kid is testing their patience all the fucking time. But anytime I hear somebody is like, I want someone who's going to love me unconditionally, that sounds like an attachment injury you need to work out in therapy. I want someone who's going to love me and never leave me. That sounds like a dog. Get a dog. Do not bring a child into this world to fix any shit that's going on with you. The child can't fix your relationship. Child can't fix your mental health. Child can't fix your ideas and like your philosophy. Like literally, get a little personal for a second. Because this is why this triggered me, is because my father, and I tell you, both my parents are narcissists, and my father is very, very abusive alcoholic, right? And he hates black women, hates them. And apparently my mom and my dad thought that if he had a daughter, because he has 3 sons, and I was the last one to come, if he had a daughter, it would make him appreciate and respect women more. And that was the assumption. Like my dad, she was like, yeah, he wanted a daughter, da 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 da. I wanted a daughter. And the assumption was that having a daughter would make him a better man, because he would just have to be a better man because he has a daughter. And obviously it didn't fucking work out like that, because that man treated me horribly, and I hate him. I don't hate him. I don't really have any feelings toward him at this point. We ain't talked in years, but that man was awful to me. He rejected me, abandoned me, all of that stuff. And he still hates women, and especially still hates black women. You know, I didn't fix the problem. And that was what made him mad. Like, how come you're not making me better? How come I don't have more patience? How come I don't have more love? And I have a daughter? Because they're not connected. You having a daughter has nothing to do with the fact that you hate black women. You hate black women because you hate black women. You need to work on that. I can't fix it for you. And I told him, just like I told my mother, go to fucking therapy and fix your issues, but they don't want to do it. So I said to her, and I was very, very nice about it. I said to her, like, listen, the reasons that you gave me for you wanting to have a child sounded more like you wanted to reparent your inner child versus having a whole separate child. I really think that you should do this inner child group that our trauma therapist is running. And she was like upset, and she's like, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't remember saying that, all of that stuff. And I was like, look, I ain't gonna go back and forth with you. I don't have the energy to sustain this conversation, but I just think you should talk to your therapist about it and see what they think. And the only wrong I told them, and they was like, oh, and I'm pregnant and stuff. I was like, oh, congratulations, happy for you. How you feeling? You know, how your hormones, all that stuff. I was a supportive friend about all of that. I just was like, hey, there's an opportunity for you to really buckle down and take therapy seriously, so you don't end up doing the same things to your kid that were done to you. And just saying you're not going to do it ain't the same thing, because I can tell you all day long, my sister swore up and down that she wasn't going to be the mom that our mom was, and she was. I can't say she is, because I ain't talked to her since last year, but it was so hard to have this conversation with her, because I literally saw her do the exact same things that she always complained about that our mom did to us. And I saw the effects of that in my niece. And I was like, you've already done the damage. And now you're trying to fix it, and it's going to be fucking hard because you've already done the damage. And you got to accept that. And she still did not get patients, still did not go to therapy, still did not work on her issues. All she was like, oh, I'm not going to do what she did. You're going to do what she did because that's the only thing you know. Like, my therapist even tells me, like, I need to practice compassion with my cats. Like, because the way that I talk to them, she says, sounds like the way your mother talks to you. And I didn't even think that, I thought I was just being like, hey, get out of there. Da, 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 da. But the yelling and the aggression that comes out of me when I catch them eating my tortilla chips, or when I catch them eating almost my entire loaf of bread, it sounds like my mother, because she has no patience to, be like, I wonder why you ate all the bread. Are you hungry? Am I not feeding you enough? I didn't think about none of that. I was like, why y'all won't act right? Because that's how my mom is. You do it subconsciously. You repeat the same patterns because literally the only parenting style that you know is the one you had growing up. So if you're not going to therapy and you're not focusing on these things and you're not working on these things to fix them and heal from them, you're going to repeat it. It's just, you think it'd be common sense, but you're going to repeat it. And I told my therapist about like how the conversation went with the woman friend. And she was like, well, it sounded like despite all the thoughts and feelings you were having, you were very level-headed and calm about it. And I was like, I try. I don't want to be rude. As someone who doesn't want to have kids, I don't want to automatically jump on people who do and be like, why would you do that? That's stupid. Look at how fucked up your life is or whatever. I don't want to be that person, but I do want to be the person that says, hey, this is an opportunity for you to prepare to bring a whole human into the world and raise them properly with the love and the secure attachment that they need. You should be really taking therapy seriously now to make sure that you are going to be the parent that you want to be. That's kind of how I came from it. That's all I want to talk about today. I'm going to let you guys go, as we say in the South, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.